Hey guys, welcome to another session of FFBE Global News. So this week, turns out not much event news going on, but we got to Steel Castle Malficia again, enhancement event or item world, whatever you like to call it. This time around we have again, I think it's about a week only. This time we have different weapons. So for a while, let's get used to enhancing your weapons in a limited batch. So this time we have swords, large swords, whips, and throwing weapons. Now, a couple that right off the bat I'm already thinking about that I'm going to try to get to is throwing weapons. It might be good to get fixed dice here because fixed dice is +1 attack, and most likely you'll be using a TDH or true double hand user, which uses equipment attack for attack, equipment attack to get your attack higher. So having more equipment attack on your fixed dice might be good, but you can't really because it's giving you actual percentage passives. Regardless, fixed dice with some enhancements might be the best throwing weapon that I can think of right now. And other ones, maybe Renault's throwing weapon. Later on when you get some STMRs, and when this event comes back with throwing weapons, you can get those as well. Whips, I'm thinking about like Marlboro's whip right off the bat, maybe Seabreeze Dark Venus STMR if you've got it. Large swords is probably going to be the one that we'll pay most attention to, and secondary maybe swords. Large swords, we got a lot of stuff. If you got Awakened Rain, you want to upgrade his Crimson Saber, that 90 attack fire great sword you can collect from the Trials of the Burning Soul. You could either equip it with more HP or spirit, depending on how you want to build your Awakened Rain. I might focus straightly on HP. If I have like another 30% HP, maybe some spare spirit, that would be really nice to have. Otherwise, the large swords, they're gonna be, there's too many options. If you got Excalibur 2, get that. If you got Elvis's greatsword, that fire greatsword, the 125 attack one, do that one. Tonitrus, really good lightning greatsword. Basically, you want to cover all your elements. I might do Deathbringer as one of my main ones because of the Man-Eater aspect and because it's Dark Knight Cecil's TMR. Thinking right off the top of my head, I'm not quite sure. For swords, definitely if you have a Fravia and you have Fravia's Needle, do that one. That would definitely help her out a lot. Not a lot of other swords really need that much attention. Maybe keep in mind, elemental swords or swords with killers would probably be the best bet right now. Don't go for something like Onion Sword, even though they have special abilities stacked on it when it's equipped to the right character. But something like Onion Sword you would use, and it does have high attack, but I would say elemental weapons and weapons that have killers or different effects on it. I think focus on those ones first, guys. Obviously, if you're going with large swords, with Hyo coming in maybe 2 to 3 weeks, this is my prediction at least. 2 to 3 weeks, you might want to focus on Revolving Saw. Conrad's TMR, which is a two-handed weapon, and obviously we don't have Cloud's STMR at the moment. If you got Squall's TMR as well, do that one as well for Hyo's release. So you want a greater damage variance with the two-handed weapon. See if there's anything else that we need to talk about in this session here. If you guys need more information on Item World, I did make a whole I think I call it like a 101 or an intro guide to Item World, and I basically walked through all of it. So definitely check that out if you're new to it and you have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you're not, good luck because this does require a lot of RNG. Last run I didn't even get one rare, but another tip is you don't need to really chase an item unless you really want that item to be really good. Otherwise, I would say spend your orbs all throughout the event by giving every single weapon you can think of some passives, because passives are better than no passives at all. So getting them to get some passives is good, and then once you're satisfied with your first run of like all the weapons that you think are important, then you start focusing all the orbs on one single weapon. Like I said, because these events will come once in a while, and right now it's because it's new, so you might feel like it's in a rush. You have to get them all to rare, etc. But like I said before in other videos, that on JP, I'm already feeling like I'm running out of items to enhance. And as you know, JP at the moment, even in my account, I have tons of weapons, but I'm running out of stuff to enhance. Yeah, you also get free energy pots as you're completing more event points. Obviously, you can fill with lapis. I know some people did. I myself, I don't think it's worth a lapis refill. Yeah, but anyways, good luck on this one, guys. And we have more story. More story means, for those of you who read the story, it's gonna be interesting. Second season, chapter 4, part 1. I don't know if these screenshots are actually reflecting what's actually happening in this chapter of the story. I think they do update the screenshots per story, so you can see Wandering Rain there. There's more as well. We have more Madam's Matter. So part 2. So I believe part 2, the boss is Udine. I think that's how you pronounce it. But apparently she's supposed to be really hard. But I looked at her stuff on JP and I think she might be easy. Anyways, this is at least another thing for me to do. Another trial-like thing to accomplish as well, to have fun with. But obviously with free story events equals free lapis. And who doesn't like free lapis, right? Anyways, that's it for this one. We're gonna move on to banner news. And we have our banner. So this is what we have been kind of so me and a couple guys on Discord, we were theorizing. We were looking at the JP schedule even before this release, and we're just like looking, okay, JP had a Dragon Quest part 2 event that was like stuck like on this week, I think, on this week. And then they had Final Fantasy 11, which should be next week, and then they had CG Hyo, which for them it made sense because it was a raid, it was a King Mog event, and then it was Hyo, which is a story event. And so we were looking at the schedule and we're just like, no, it doesn't make sense. You know, there is nothing. We're not gonna get Dragon Quest until September. So what could this event be? And a lot of us were kind of excited. We were like, oh man, maybe it's a global exclusive unit, maybe it's a global exclusive event. But at the most, we were thinking, yeah, it might be a rerun event. Well, goes to show that we were wrong, and how I think actually in both times that Item World came out, I think Global's way of using Item World is actually using it as one of the events. So now for us who regularly play, we are used to raid, King Mog, and then story, raid, King Mog, and story, and maybe some global exclusive event. Well, now we've got our 4th week filler, guys, and that is Item World. So we did talk about that in that previous session there, but with Item World comes type banners or rerun banners. Now, this could be good or bad to most of us. I think for most of us this month, it is a good thing because most of us are saving heavily for CG Hyo, so we don't want anything to tempt us to pull. Now, obviously, if you have the funds to pull and you really want to chase some STMRs or dupes, this is your chance. Now, let me give you my thoughts on this. So we got a 5-star pool consists of 6 selected units. 6 selected units for 7-star release only. So this is basically type summons for 7-star batch 1 that we've got. Now, looking at this list, I myself, I have no one that I want at all. Now, does that mean I won't pull the step up? Because the thing is, I'm not quite sure if that means this is locked to these. Let me read this again. Consists of 6 selected units with 7-star release only. Okay, so that means it is locked. Okay, so get one of the 6. So now that makes me not want to pull this. Now, there is obviously some good incentive because step 1 is 3,000 lapis for 11 summons. I might do the first lap. The second one is a 1.5 times rate, but it costs regular 5k, and it has only a 5% Moogle. Second one is a 2 times rate, but then you also get 10% trust Moogle, and then the last one is a guaranteed 5-star unit. Guaranteed 5-star unit. So if you do the calculations, first one is really good, and I would say the second and third one, if you have bad luck like me lately, I won't even care about the 2 times rate. That to me is still too low. But the last one is a guaranteed unit, so that would equal to 18,000 lapis for a 1 guaranteed rainbow, or minimal. So this could be good for you if you're just into collecting rainbows. Now, some of you guys may have you know, followed my videos and know exactly what I got in 7-star batch 1. So I got Lunith's STMR, so I'm satisfied. Okay, no more Luniths for me, please. One more lightning, I will get the STMR. One olive, I will get a dupe 7-star. I'm not on the olive bandwagon, to be honest. I think I would have been excited when I had her when she's released, but right now I already know that I know that finishers have a how do you say this? Have a limited time duration for when they can shine, and I would say olive would have a couple months, maybe six to 8 months before we have to start focusing on only chainers in your party. Now, if you ask mostly anyone, unless you can one-turn KO a trial, you're not gonna go with a finisher in your party because finishers are a limited unit slot. You'd most likely run 2 tanks, a breaker, a buffer, and then 2 DPS units, most likely with a backloaded hit, like CG Hyo, later on Jacked or something like that. So it's really hard to fit a finisher, so I'm not eager to chase finishers. Ramza is really good as well, his STMR. Now, I am not quite sure what I'm at. I know I have his 7-star, I think I have 3, but I could be confused with JP as well. Seabreeze Dark Fina as well, I have only 2, so I don't really need another one. And Delita is, of course, my resident troll. I do have his STMR already, so this is why I'm gonna have to make a big decision on this. I didn't really see this part. The guaranteed is okay, but you really have to think about it this way. If you got the worst luck in the world like me, you're spending 18,000 lapis for 1 rainbow, and it could be a rainbow that's a troll. Out of these, only lightning would finish off my STMR and perhaps Ramza, and so that's like a 2 of 6. That's a really low chance for me to get the exact one I want, but we'll see how it goes. And of course there is part 2 as well. Part 2 will this be okay? It is available. It's available on Monday, so it's on a different day. So I think that one comes tomorrow. Part 1 comes tomorrow. Part 2 comes on Monday. So you got 3 days in between, I think. This one is interesting. I don't know what to say about this one. Same rules as part 1, I suppose. Yeah, same rules. This one's a bit tough for me. I have two Gilgamesh, 2 Dark Knight Cecil, 1 Orlando, 0 Wilhelm, 1 Dark Fina, 2 Marie. None of them are close to their STMRs. And I've already figured, like, I can't see a use for Wilhelm at all. And like, even if I get his 7-star, it'd be nice to have, but I can't see a use for him at all when I have evasion gear. So I mean, I wouldn't mind him. His TMR is decent, but again, it's not the best unless you're using it on himself. His STMR is really good for someone like Awakened Rain, but I would need 4 of him, which is just not possible. 2 Gilgamesh right now, but 2 more would give me an STMR. I really do want his STMR for a hired attack helmet. Someone like, if I wanted to use Dark Knight Cecil as a finisher, he would need Gilgamesh's STMR to make it like a best in slot for him, if you include STMRs. Marie's STMR is good too, 50% spirit, and I think 30% on 3 elements or 4 elements resistance, and that's really good. Dark Fina, again, I only have 1, so I'm not eager for a second one. Orlando, I have 1, I'm not eager for a second one either. DKC, I almost want his STMR just for fun, but I need 2 of them as well. So anyways, I don't know. I think most likely I might actually pull them, guys, but because I think they're limited only once, right? I think you could only do it once anyway, so that would, if I pull on both, I would equal another 32,000 lapis, of which I don't have. I don't know. I'll have to see, but hopefully if I do pull it, I get something good. And this is, I think, probably the highlight of the news, so save the best for last, guys. Here we go, introducing the 5-star select summon ticket. Now, this has been, I mean, when I saw the news, don't get me wrong, I was really happy. Okay, I was really happy that Global decided to implement this. I know it's been like what, 2-3 months since people were like panicking whether or not they're gonna even have anything remotely like the unit of choice ticket in JP. Now I obviously, because I'm really happy about it, you know, I want to say, you know, good job. You know, they're not as bad. Gumi's not as bad as we thought. All right, sometimes I think we complain too much too early, but it's always nice to say, like, you know, hey, until there's official news on it, let's not panic, guys. It is kind of great that they got this, and if you've logged in today, you would have seen that on your daily, I think you get 1 unit of choice ticket every 2 days. So I think in 20 days, or maybe almost like at the end of the month, you're gonna get 1 unit of choice, guys. Now, there's not a lot of details here. It says that more details will be announced at a later date at the very bottom. So there's again gonna be more room for speculation. I think a lot of people are gonna be speculating what are the more details, right? Like, are we only able to select the 5-star units that are released with the 7-star version, or are we able to select all of them in the pool? You know, are we getting this every month? Are we getting those daily select summon tickets every month? Is this going to be included in the King Mog event? Now, there's a lot of questions here, and I think you know, it's fun to discuss, but let's not get carried away. Let's not like beat ourselves over the head by saying who is right and what you guys think, right? This is all open to speculation. We were all proven wrong, because once Gumi made the official news that oh yeah, we're not gonna do anything like JP, we're not gonna do unit of choice tickets. That's what they said on one of their videos. That's exactly what they said. And so everybody starts speculating on everything else, but it turns full circle and it's the unit of choice tickets again. Now, the only thing that's different, and the only thing that you can hold their word to, is that they said that it wouldn't be called unit of choice, and ta-da, it's called 5-star select summon ticket. Now, the whole mechanics is exactly the same. How you achieve the tickets, that's a whole other thing, though. Again, I don't know if there'll be more ways to obtain it. Like I said, would it be in a King Mog event? Would it just be forced to dailies? I'm not quite sure. Would it be included in bundles? Now, that's a whole other thing, right? If it's included in bundles, like whales or people who spend money on this would be super happy, because you know, if the bundle is a really good deal and you have like 2 tickets or 1 ticket in there, they're like, why not? They're gonna smash their cash in there. But I don't know. It could make I don't know. It could make the balance of the pool a bit wider. What I mean is, then free-to-play players really start lacking 5-star units. Not only do whales just get tons of rainbows because of the sheer amount of pulls and resources they have, but usually if you tack that on even 1 ticket per bundle, then they got another 10% chance to get another rainbow faster than a free-to-play player. Now, obviously, whether you are a pay-to-play player or a free-to-play player, you guys know where I am at the moment, and so, you know, I stand on both sides. I do care on both sides. So I don't know what they're gonna do. More details announced exactly as it says, but I am glad this is here. I know I had my theories on, hey man, I don't think they're gonna include unit choice tickets. You know, I'm glad I was proven wrong, because if you guys know, all I really care about is rainbows, right? The reason why I get salty on pulls is because I don't get rainbows, and so when there's gonna be free rainbows collecting 10 tickets, then I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that. I already have a ton of units that I want to finish off their STMRs that are really crucial in the game at the moment, I believe. And so yes, be sure to log in every day, guys, to collect your summon tickets. Like I said, it's every 2 days, but if you miss a day, you're gonna have to wait another day for it, because you'll be collecting the previous days daily. Anyways, all joking aside, I had another joke I said on Discord. I know it's not funny, alright? I'm known as the king of the dad jokes, but basically, recently, not to make fun of FFBE official, but recently we have been seeing a trend. So FFBE official has been releasing a video, then taking it off. We know the reasons why they take it off, but release a video, take it off. Release a video, take it off YouTube. And it's kind of like, people are like, what happened? The good thing is that they re-upload the video. So basically there's, I think, some spelling mistakes or something, and then so they had to take it off. and render the entire video again and then put it back on. So I think their editing process needs to be a bit better. But regardless, with that, you can kind of say like, their decision making isn't exactly on spot. And then the second proof is this unit of choice thing. Is like, oh, we're not doing anything like JP. We're not gonna include unit of choice tickets, but we're gonna have another system. I'm paraphrasing what they said. Okay, we're gonna have another system that will allow you to choose your own units. Now this apparently, again, like I said, it looks like a unit of choice. So I don't know how this is another system. But if that is the case, then when they said that Nier Automata rerun event will never happen or won't come back, at least for a long time, you can say that it might come back, because it seems that they really can't I don't know, can't make their decisions. Anyways, that was my stupid lame dad joke. Takes forever for me to explain, so I don't think it's that funny. But anyways, guys, I think that is the end of this news session. Again, no big news on the event, but I think it's nice for us to just grind item world, do some story, get some of those grinding your ability awakening crystal caves. Again, this was released already today, news from yesterday. And perhaps you pull on those 2 banners, get something good out of it. So all in all, I think it's gonna be okay, especially with this highlight. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you happy about the select tickets? I think you guys should be, so I wouldn't expect anything else. But I'm pretty sure everybody has a sigh of relief now. So anyways, I'm going to end this video here. If you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching and hope this has been informative and helpful for you guys. And I'll see you guys next time.